Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Let me show you either an idiot or a real person, but I assume, and assumptions are not a good thing, but sometimes you have to use them in order to make a point. And that's exactly where I am going to use an assumption in this case. Do you remember when the Russians claimed that Ukraine has Nazi elements in the government, right, in the army, in the politics, and so on? They have this kind of ideology. Do you remember what was the counter argument, idiotic, I'd say, provided by the Western weasels? Remember? It's impossible because they have a Jewish president. I would add a Jewish prime minister, at that time a Jewish defense minister, and a Jewish chief of staff. So based on that, that is impossible. That's ridiculous. Remember that one? Okay, now let's use the same logic in this case in order to analyze an article coming from The Root. And I'm assuming this is an African American, a black media outlet or whatever magazine it is. So here, The Root is published 5 hours ago by Jessica Washington. Today, the 4th of December 2023. Now, what's the title? Is Vivek Ramaswamy's new voting plan a return to Jim Crow? The Republican presidential candidate is proposing a new voting age and a civics test. I'm all for that. Unsurprisingly, some black Americans are giving him the side eye. He can't bring the Jim Crow, and I use the same argument as in Zelensky case. He's not white. He's brown. So he's a minority. He's one of you. He's a victim. He can't do that by definition. So shut the fuck up. Now, I'm assuming the person who wrote over here is not a dumbass. Why? Because in reality, it doesn't matter if you are brown or if you're white or if you're this or you're that. You can sometimes do certain things that seemingly run against your common interest as a group, which is another idiotic statement or claim, because groups do not act and think all as a monolith. So the blacks don't think all the same way, they feel the same way, they act the same way. Correct? Correct. If you were to say that, we would have a problem. Or they would have a problem. Now the same with the whites. They don't all think in the same way. The same with the browns. They don't all think in the same way. If they do, then we got a big problem then, right? So Vivek Ramaswamy can possibly put forth a plan, a return to Jim Crow. It's not going to happen. I'm just playing full retard now. Yes, he possibly could do that. But if he could do that, that means that Zelensky could do that too. Not the Jim Crow, but the other thing. We can't have it, but I'm assuming that if I'm going to ask Miss Jessica Washington, the author of this, and we have her right here, Jessica. If we have Jessica interviewed and say, what do you think of Zelensky? Do you think Zelensky can have Nazi elements in his government? Or can he be a Nazi? I fucking guarantee you she would say no, because he's Jewish. So this is the cognitive dissonance these guys are employing, which is they are not inconsistent. So this mouse is white, depending on the interest. Okay, depending on it's not an absolute white. In all the here is white, yeah, white, always. No, it's depending on what do I have to gain, and based on that, I will say if this is white or maybe purple. Now that is not science. There's not objectivity, there's not empirical observation, that is injustice, and that is garbage. So Jessica Washington, I would like to ask her what she thinks about Zelensky. But she knows that if she says, she would make the same claim, that Ramaswamy could be one of those guys with the hoods, then I guarantee you that if she makes that case, she would have to make the same case for Zelensky. And she will not, because she will lose her job. She will never write again, especially for the root. Because you have to understand, that's a victimhood scale. Some groups are higher, some groups are lower, some groups are no victim at all. Right? All right, my friends, here it is. I just wanted to point out how easily these guys could be countered. Now, as I said, I use assumption because I don't know exactly how Jessica Washington would actually answer my question. That's an assumption because she's a reporter or not a reporter, whatever, she's a journalist or an author. She works for a media outlet, and in the media, you know who you have to and you don't have to. There's certain areas you're not supposed to have a different opinion. If they say the sky is, gray, the sky is gray. But if they say in the next second the sky is purple, the sky is purple. They all do that because they know if they don't, they get Kanye West treatment. And Kanye West is not Jessica Washington. Kanye West used to have, I think, $2 billion, worth $2 billion. He was kicked by Adidas. His worth was halved. Jessica, I don't think she's got money whatsoever. She's going to be out. She's going to be right somewhere by a dumpster. Type her little articles from then on. But Kanye West? What happened to Kanye West? Look what's going on in the process of destroying Elon Musk. The same guys. So again, that's why I think my assumption would be correct, because she would say, Emil, I fucking agree with you, but I'm out. But she would say what she needs to say. She would be illogical. Logical here, but illogical there. Now, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.